The iLLANOiZE app is available now on Apple and Google Play Store. Download the app, get the latest news, stream our podcasts, watch interviews, and listen to iLLANOiZE Radio live. Download the app right now. As we do at this time, we bring you guys some of the illest guests from around the city and globe. And today, we got founder of What's the Word, Cody Mack in the building.
Was I supposed to clap too?
You can clap. Everybody claps with us. I feel like that's a social thing though. Like when people are clapping, whether you're being clapped for or not, you're gonna clap with them.
On the real. I think majority of our guests clap with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, or they make some type of noise. It don't be dry.
Narcissism just be clapping and you know what I'm saying? So.
Hey, as long as you join the fun and your energy is there, that's all that matters, man.
When I get this, what we calling it, pretty blue, riot blue, this is gonna get my energy right there.
She do be on it with the drinks, man.
Yeah.
How you been so far though?
I've been great, brother. How about you?
I'm doing better since the surgery. You know, I appreciate you asking, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. Where did you travel from?
From here?
Yeah, to get here.
I live over east, man. I'm over east right now.
We got two East Siders in the building.
Yeah, I ain't the east sider, but I'm over east. I'm a low end, man.
Okay.
End, man, so.
My bad. I ain't. I'm representing my area.
I represent Chicago, man. Like I got memories and different. From it being from the hundreds, from being out west, from being low end, from being the east side, like I'm from Chicago, you know what I'm saying?
What's one memory that make you love your city that you have?
That's hard. Like what you mean?
Like one of the memories you be like, man, I just love my city. You know, you just sit back and or you just at an event, or you somewhere, or as a shorty, by you being from the low end and being over east and just having those memories all over the city.
A recent memory that made me like, man, I love Chicago, and I feel like everybody was like feeling that way too. Is when remember R. Kelly lawyer was giving the press conference, and kid hit the rap. What you talking about, fam? I swear, when I saw it, I was like, man, that's Chicago. I feel like I saw every Chicago celebrity influencer reposting their video. Like everybody was proud because it was like he won't even. The man said, "What he say, man? Free R. Kelly, man. Like I'm just trying to get my ID." And we got on there with him. And if anybody know about Chicago people, man, we friendly people. I don't know why people think we like so hardcore tough. Like we friendly people till you piss us off.
Right.
That's fact.
And that's what dude was on. He was like, he's saying excuse me. He did everything right. He just trying to get through to get where he gotta go. And then dude tried to, you know what I'm saying?
Play him.
Pull his car real quick. So he had to get on there with him. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I ain't no goofy.
They fast up out of here, man. So that shit, that one right there made me like, yeah, I love Chicago because we don't go. Like when you put us anywhere, we not going.
And that post definitely went around. Everybody seen that.
Shout out to Kid too, man. I mess with him, man.
Oh, so you actually knew?
I met him afterwards. I met him after that. Like I met him twice actually, right? So I went to I think it's Tantrum on State Street or Michigan, one of them joints. I went to that club because one of my fraternity brothers, he DJ up there, so I was going to rock with him. And Ken was in there, like, you know what I'm saying, just going crazy, kicking it. So I'm like, let me get a picture with this dude. He was with George Daniels, so George Daniels don't even know who he is. Like George Daniels, like, who is this guy? This picture like turned up. So I'll connect with Ken there. And then another time we was at Hot Rod Inglewood Barbie had the little basketball game at Inglewood. So Ken out there hustling his shirts. So I'm like, man, I ain't even really got it right now. I ain't finna buy the shirt because he ain't have my size. It's like, yo, you ain't got my size, so I ain't about to buy the shirt. But he ended up pressuring me to get in the shirt. Like, man, support a black man, get the shirt. So you know what? As soon as he said that and broke it down to him like that, he out there hustling, he ain't doing nothing. Yeah, I got you the shirt, fam.
I support you.
I'll support you.
Now, let's actually jump into some background of how you got your start in media. You know, you mind sharing to the public like how everything started and then transitioned into your own company? What's the word?
Well, you know what I'm saying? We was talking off camera. I'm a Saluki, so everything started at SIU. What's the word was originally a TV show of me hosting, like on some late night Jimmy Kimmel's type, because I was like SIU had this thing called SBC.
Okay, I was about to ask that.
Yeah, and I was an SBC TV director. You know what I mean? So I just had access to all the equipment. I had an office upstairs to myself, so editing, like I did all that. You know what I'm saying? So I did like a little show. And it started out with just me hosting and having different segments. And then it got to the point where I was like, yo, I don't really want to be the forefront of it. I kind of want to, like, use the different segments and just put other people on. And it turned into a platform instead of, like, just a show.
That's unique. So you brought it from SIU to Chicago.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the platform doing what it's doing to this day?
See, that's a trick question because to me, I don't feel like it's really doing what I wanted, like doing something. You know what I mean? I don't even look at it like I look at it just like me, just like it's a second nature to me. This is what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So how other people perceive it, I don't even really know. You know what I mean?
You got tunnel vision, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, think about how many people you've touched. For instance, you have originals on What's the Word, social media presence, awareness. We know about, you know. So it's like, what is it that make you feel like, you know, that you're not doing what you need to do as far as the awareness for What's the Word? What make you feel that way, that there's not enough awareness around what you're doing?
Because I feel like, for one, I still got to introduce the platform. I wouldn't say introduce myself, because I don't really care about myself, but I feel like I always got to introduce a platform. So the fact that I got to introduce a platform and people still don't know what it is, I feel like I still got ways to go. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like that's a bad thing, bro?
No, it's a great conversation starter. So no.
That's true.
Do it keep you motivated to work harder? Because it's like you see where you want to be and you're not even looking at where it's at now, but you see where you're trying to go.
Yeah, it's definitely motivation.
But do you feel like that's something you'll always have to do, though? Like, I feel like anybody may always have to introduce themselves or what they do. Do you feel like that's a part of the game?
It depends on where you at. If I go to a hip hop show in here in Chicago and I got to be like, y'all run What's the Word? It's like, and they don't know, that mean like I ain't doing something right. But if I'm at a rock show, then I get it. Yeah, I got to introduce myself. That's different. You know what I'm saying? But if you think about it, like, shout out to Drew too. It's like, if you in any hip hop circle, you don't gotta introduce. If you know Fake Short Drive for what it is,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Everybody, it's still people out there that don't know
that Fake Short Drive is. Like, are you saying Fake Short Drive is Andrew or
me.
Yeah, were you saying like?
I was just saying like people know of that name.
Okay.
Right. But you know, if you in that community, if that's your lane, everybody knows. You can't be from everybody.
Right.
Everybody knows Fake Short Drive.
Got you.
Right.
You is not a rapper in Chicago from the past 7 years don't know nothing about Fake Short Drive. You're not a producer, writer, entertainer in the city of Chicago, in this culture, that don't know Fake Short Drive. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't want to be, if I have to continue to introduce the brand in my city like that, that's how I know I still got ways to go.
So what lane is What's the Word in?
I would say I wouldn't say we're in the Fake Short Drive lane because we cover more than music. You know what I mean? I would say when I look at What's the Word, I try to put us, like, the people I think of competitors to us, I think of like Vice, I think of like Complex. You know what I mean? Like that produce editorial content as well as hip hop music content that do news. You know what I mean? So that's why I go with it.
Okay. I mean, I've seen. I don't know if it's. I don't think it's in the bio, but I know I've seen this pop across where it was like, no shade to Shade Room, but we not Shade Room.
Yeah.
Do you guys look at them as competition at times?
I don't look at them as competition because we do two different things. You know what I mean? But we got compared to them a lot, and I'll be letting one of the people know, like, what we do at What's the Word is like we don't really care about who's sleeping with who, all that type of stuff. We like to filter through all the BS and get you to the stuff that we feel like that you really need to know. You know what I mean?
Can I ask a random off-topic but kind of on-topic question?
Yes, ma'am.
I was having this conversation with somebody yesterday. We was talking about Shade Room. Do you feel like the Shade Room is toxic? Like, being that you're in media and like you're also a consumer of media, do you feel like the Shade Room is toxic to the black community?
Man, you want me to answer that question for real? Or
I want you to be honest.
I want you to sugarcoat it. I want to be honest, man. I feel like the black community is toxic to the black community. That's just me.
Okay.
So as media, Charlamagne said something that was, because I guess the guy from Get Out was this.
I watched that. Yeah,
he was saying something like that. Like, media, artists curate the content. Media just report on it.
Mm-hmm.
So if y'all ain't out here moving the way y'all moving, you know what I'm saying? like media we are media, we won't report on it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you can't get mad at media for doing certain things. This is how you moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was
I like that answer. That was not a perspective brought up yesterday. I like it.
He also talked about, Charlamagne also spoke on like how that guy from Get Out, how he was like, I see you at the red carpet going to the white platforms, but you walk right past the black platforms. So that if you guys have time, go check out that Charlamagne topic on that, because he spoke deeply about media in general. And with that being said, we actually gonna jump into a quick music break, and we finna get into Lil Durk Trap House right here on iLLANOiZE via Logic Radio.
Make sure to check out the iLLANOiZE playlist, in which we provide you with the latest tracks we play live on our show. Head over to Spotify and search iLLANOiZE Radio to follow our playlist, as well as follow our podcast. Now let's get back to the show.
This is iLLANOiZE Radio. This is iLLANOiZE Jones. I want to let everybody know y'all can go listen to us on Apple Music and Spotify. That's if you don't have the app. But if you do have the app, you want to download it from your Google Play Store or your Apple Play Store. I am iLLANOiZE Jones, and that's the Fly Guy Talk of the Day.
Still hold the fan and all.
Professional never dies.
But he didn't want to turn it off before.
And I tried to tell him.
But you
I turned it off, but it came off as I turned it off. I grabbed the whole damn thing.
Oh man, so
It's the Riot Booyah.
yes it is. The Booyah got you.
I rock the booyah.
yeah.
Man.
Okay, I can get jiggy with that.
I mean, I know you had some things you would like to say, or I could kick things off, you know.
Right, because I just feel like you just put me on the spot.
All right, well,
I was
look,
talking
so-
about a booyah.
So, you know, with what's the word, growing, let's actually talk about some of the lists you guys provide to the public. So, before we go in depth, how did these lists even come about?
Well, the artist watch list was more so, but that was a genuine list that I feel like to have to put together, because the first one that dropped in 2018. Prior to that, I feel like crazy. I was around my time I was about to quit. What's the word? 2017.
Say what? Hold on.
Yeah,
Right.
Right.
What you mean it's about to quit?
You gonna quit? Meaning like,
And I need you to talk about that, because I feel like as a creative, that's something that we all deal with.
I was gonna quit, man. Like, I was going through a lot of stuff in my life. Not saying bro bro seen me working and grinding. Like, we did a lot of stuff together back in the day. But I feel like it wasn't moving. You know what I'm saying? My life was going, like, my mom's was sick. You know what I'm saying? Like, grandma was feeling with cancer. My cousin just got murdered. One of my big homies just got murdered. It was just like things weren't going right. You know what I'm saying? It's like finance wasn't right, and you know. Little shit, like I made a promise to my mama a while back. Like, I made a promise to my OG that I wouldn't do nothing else illegal. You know what I mean? That wouldn't put me up in jail or anything like that, because she wanted me to make a better legacy. Because like my fathers and uncles and stuff like that, like notorious criminals. You know, not saying notorious, they like notorious criminals. My people cold when it comes to that type shit. But
that's why you got voted most hood. Gotcha.
I mean, I was going down that path at one point, so it was like I can't hustle. I'm not gonna go. I'm a man of my word, so I ain't gonna go back on my word. So it's like this creative shit ain't bringing in no chop. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I lost my car. Somebody towed it out my car. You know what I mean? It was a lot. Like, it was like shit that was just happening. You know what I'm saying? Back to back to back of 2017. And it was like, man, fuck this shit. I'm about to really just go get a job. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't, you know what I mean? I had to talk with God one morning, literally like woke up like 3 in the morning and just literally was looking out the window, talking and praying to God for about 3 hours, mapping out everything that I did, went wrong, taking accountability for shit, and I was good. So bringing it to, did I answer the question?
Yeah. That's
Then you
right.
went into
I
that.
like that. You just,
Like, you can't, like, God gonna let you know when you win the win.
as soon as you said that, I'm like, there it go. When
Like,
you
he
talk
let-
to God at 3 a.m., it get real.
I mean, like, though the funds wasn't there, I mean, of course you was dealing with a lot of tragic situation, and, you know, of course the funds wasn't there. In actuality, you had the passion for it, correct?
Yeah, I got the passion for it.
So, do you feel like funds is needed in order to pursue your passion?
Nah, it's not needed right away. You know what I mean? Because when we call ourselves creators, right? Creators know how to make make stuff happen. That's my motto: is make it happen. Everybody know me, and I be like, make it happen. They come to me like, man, I do this, make it happen. Figure out a way to make it happen. Because if you're a creative, you know how to be creative when it comes to stuff, right? You You know what I mean? That's how most inventions was founded. Like, I didn't know how to, somebody didn't have something, and they start fucking with shit. I'm trying not to cuss, y'all know.
It's okay.
They start doing little stuff, and oh damn, we got a light bulb. Oh damn, we got a refrigerator. Oh man, we got shoestring to go on shoes, because they would just fucking with some shit. They didn't have it. They just doing some shit. So if you don't got something, you just gonna figure it out and make it happen. So I feel like as creators, it's not really needed to get out the ground. What's needed is just the willing to do.
Okay. I mean, now let's actually jump back into the list.
Yeah, go back to the list.
So you were speaking on how the artist watch list was pretty much the beginning of things.
Yeah, it was like the reboot. You know what I'm saying? It was the reboot of me like rebranding, because I had a whole team. I fired my whole team. Shout out to everybody that was on the squad. I fired the whole squad, and it wasn't like fire like y'all get the pink slip. It was like the fire like, yo, it's like I feel like where I'm at mentally is leading y'all. I don't think that I could take y'all to that next step. When I say I got stars, and I had stars, like prime example, Bree Specific, like that was one of the people on my team. Like
still is
like,
to this day.
To this day, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like on no BS. It was like genuine relationships. But I'm like, yo, I gotta like, I'll be holding y'all up because I'm unclear what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So go do y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? So I let the whole team go, you know what I'm saying? And coming into the list, I feel like it was around that time when I got to that reboot stage, I was like being around so many like influential artists. Like, this is God just bringing me that type of stuff. Like, prime example, Juice WRLD, Lucid Dreams, that track was the track that damn near was like kind of gave me that like,
Gave you some life.
Juice WRLD himself gave me life. Like, I met Juice WRLD through his homies back in 2017 before he got signed for, like, this is my little man, you know what I'm saying? Like, so just talking to him, being around him, just hear his music and shit like that, like, the Juice WRLD, like, his mind, like, how he think, like, that was a surgeon, you know what I'm saying? And being around him. Then I met people like Cowboy. Like, I bumped into him in the studio, you know what I'm saying, with DJ L. Shout out to my brothers L and, Kid Mark Keys. He don't call himself Kid Mark Keys no way, go by Keys. So we was out in the studio, vibing with them guys. It was just like I was just running into dope artists and dope people at the time, and I'm like, yo, what about, you know what I mean? It's a lot of these cats out here that, you know what I'm saying, don't nobody know these dudes. You know what I'm saying? Let me put it together, cause even when I put that list out, I had Juice at number 6, but I was contemplating the whole time, like, yo, out of all these people, and I was saying this since 2017, cause I met the kid like September, October 2017, and I'm like, yo, he's better than all these people, you know what I'm saying? And I was talking to L was like, I don't know if you should put him that high, like, you know what I'm saying, number 1, because, you know, Valet, I was on Valet all 2017, and it was like, Valet, then it just got the deal.
Yep.
So it was like, can't do that. C-Dot doing numbers, so you can't do that. So it's like, what you gonna put Queen Key busting, so you can't put it over here? So it's like, you would get a little, people would start questioning if you did that. That was me not following my gut. You know what I'm saying?
I want to personally ask you, how do you take the slack that come with it? Like, what do you do? Yeah, do you pay attention to all the negativity that you catch from creating the list?
That's not funny, but that's real. Do you read the comments? Because that's a whole nother world.
Because, you know, everybody got their opinion when you create a list, and people be going in like, how you going to put this person in and not that person? So,
oh man, shit, comments is the best thing. Because when you, I tell people all the time, especially when I talk to artists, like, you always want people's opinion. Because as long as somebody giving you their opinion, even if you like it or not, that means they're paying attention.
They're talking about it.
They're talking about it. Like, if I tell you, like, yo, that song wasn't shit, I don't like that song, don't get mad because I say I don't like the song. You should be happy. Like, this nigga took the time out to listen to my song. That's all they want is people to listen to your music. That's the game, get people to listen to it. So that's a listen. That's a stream. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
There's no such thing as negative publicity.
It's a few, like, I literally owe G Herbo a bottle of champagne.
Hey, it sounds like that's an expensive bottle.
I owe him a bottle of champagne.
What? How?
Because I'll do it like this. Like, anytime when somebody would have, I learned this from 50 Cent. Like, when he was dissing, he did the How to Ride track when he came out. Right. And once he did that shit, like, Jay-Z actually took him on tour, but, like, Jay-Z went on stage. It was like, I'm about $1. Who the fuck is 50 Cent? Jay-Z, one of the biggest artists at the time. When Jay-Z mentioned 50 name in his mouth, the price went up.
Yep.
So when that list came out, when I owe Andrew bought a champagne too. When that list came out, when Herb posted on his page, gave me the stamp.
So that's why you owe him a bottle of champagne.
I was gonna say because he like you ain't gotta do that. Like that repost alone was like, yeah, and he comment under like, man, talking like, yeah, Juice, don't nobody even know you yet, and they got you number 6 on list 6. Little bro, you about to take off. You know what I'm saying? So it was like that alone was like, oh yeah, it's going. Then Andrew posted it on his Twitter page. You know, his Twitter page do numbers under the Fake Short Drive. So I'm like, oh yeah, that's all I needed. Everybody else start commenting, saying what they gotta say. Oh, he don't know what he talking about. God bless God Body Duffel, AMG Fresh.
Thanks.
I was that day the list dropped. Me and him going back and forth. My first time meeting him, man, why I ain't on this list? Like L's got me all through these places. Like we in a trap. Like me and AMG Fresh going back and forth. Like, man, why you ain't put me on the list? I'm better than half these guys on that shit. So it was like it caused traction, man, and it did what it supposed to do because I feel like it was 25 dope artists. And if you look back at it, I would say 60% of that list literally been flourishing over the years.
So I want to jump into this too before we actually jump into the next list. How do you guys go about finding artists? Like, what do you look for in an artist to make that list?
Just be dope, man.
Is it I know it's more to the dope, but is it like you guys go by word of mouth? Is it, you know, you'll go by, I guess, certain connections? For instance, say this is just an example. I'm like, if I hit you up, hey, pay this artist attention. Like, do you get, you know, people hitting you up telling you who you should put on the list and things of that nature? Like, how do you actually go about stepping these artists?
See, I don't even take money from people.
Not even money, but like as media people, as creatives, we'd be like, damn, so and so was dope. Jones was dope. You should check him out. Like, you don't get those type of
recommendations.
Just recommendations from other like.
Yeah, I mean, I pay attention to everybody, every outlet. What's going on? Like, if they posting them, I'm gonna listen to them. If I rock with it, I pass it to people on my team. If they rock with it, it's like, yo, let's do it. And then I consult other people too. Like, the people don't understand that 25. That first list in 2018 was consulted by a lot of people. A lot of people in the background, like, y'all don't even know. Like, it was consulted by a lot of people that produce with a lot of these artists. That's like them guys, you know what I'm saying? Radio personalities. Like,
that's what I want to know. Like
it was consulted. Like, I didn't just like, y'all finna put some random ass people up there. It was like consulted people.
It was like I'm guessing media personalities, radio personalities. Was it any other like, I guess, platforms that, you know, consulted any of the artists on the list as well?
I don't know about platforms. I'm trying to see, because at that point in time, I don't even know if I even had contacts with any other platforms at that time.
Is it anybody on that list that disappointed you, that you like, you know what I mean, that you had expectations for?
In 2018 or 2019? Because we did too.
Yeah, both.
2019, a lot of them on that disappointed me on that one. I felt like they was buzzing and had a name, but they ain't really do nothing musically this year. But 2018, the person that I want to say that I was really banking on, if I can go back and look at it, I feel like I didn't really do it, was I don't want to say it like I'm mad at the dude, but I would say the people that I was really banking on, that I feel like, and to this day, Oz. I feel like Oz himself is probably one of the dopest products I witnessed with my own two eyes. Like, I think that kid got potential out this world. You know what I'm saying? So I still ain't waiting on him. So, but Panamera P, I can't pronounce his name, but Panamera P. I feel like he disappointed me the most. You know what I mean?
He did disappear.
Because he literally give me that. I like East Coast joints, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he give me that East Coast bars rap.
He talk his shit.
Yeah, he put you in them vibes, you know what I'm saying? Like, all them AMG skins, like Flash, all them guys that was in that look, they give you that shit, and I like that type of music. And I feel like he just, and he got the look too. He got everything. I fuck
The sound.
I feel you. And I just like, you ain't heard nothing from him.
Yeah, Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like I said, he disappeared.
Yeah.
He's back now.
Yeah.
But at a certain point in time, he did disappear. What about the 2019 list? Any, you know?
I feel like, well, a lot of those guys was like, they flourished, like Polo G, Lil Zay. The guy that I will is this young kid, and I think everybody want to get in tune with him, because once he get his head straight, I think he's gonna be one of the next ones to come out the city. Is this kid MVP NASA?
I seen him perform recently.
MVP NASA was like, I put him high. Like, I put him high, like, because the same feeling I got when I met Juice and Cowboys, the same feeling I got when I met MVP NASA. I'm like, yo, like he had some joints. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, this kid gonna be something this year, but I just don't know what the fuck happened. He released one song all 2019. So
yeah, I saw what's the word pushing him, and you actually hit me up like, bro, check bro out,
check him out.
And
like,
I seen him perform recently. I'm like, yo, his performances. He was with something bands.
Solid Bands.
Solid Bands.
Yeah, I like Solid. Little Solid.
Yeah, Solid dope.
Yeah, I like Solid. But I would say NASA was like, and that's my little homie too. You know what I'm saying? My little brother, his managers and stuff like that, work with him, and that's like MVP, the whole MVP movement. I rock with them boys. But NASA, I wanted NASA to drop more music this year.
Okay, you know what we got?
But he got a lot of shit in the vault too. So whenever he do drop, this shit nasty. Yeah,
be ready. You know what? We finna get into some more music, and we gonna be right back with the homie Cody Mack.
Make sure to check out the iLLANOiZE playlist, in which we provide you with the latest tracks we play live on our show. Head over to Spotify and search iLLANOiZE Radio to follow our playlist, as well as follow our podcast. Now let's get back to the show.
And we are back live and with the homie Cody Mack, man. I mean, so far,
Yeah.
how you enjoying yourself, man?
I'm loving it up here, man. I failed to mention, I don't know if we're going to get to this point, but, you know, be on the lookout for the Diamond Doses podcast coming soon. What's the word? Partnership.
Oh, definitely.
Turn up.
Yeah.
Of course.
When can we expect things?
Real soon, man. We're going to be making a major announcement on the date we dropping soon, but it's going to be real dope, man. Diamond is probably
Y'all
one
almost slipped and said it.
I definitely
I just know December. That's all I got. December.
I gotta check with people that's on the team.
Feel like December 12th is going to
say it,
see
you know what I'm
it.
saying? Like, I don't know. I gotta check with Ty and Cindy. I can't be really
think
just
he said
saying
December 12th, y'all.
He's saying that.
Hey, that's a great pickup though, by the way, because Diamond,
Facts.
she brings some really good content,
yeah.
great content, man. And
Yeah,
her,
She's dope.
She's a real personality, and that's
Yes,
what I
she
love
is.
about her. She's a real personality.
Yeah.
when we interviewed her, I'm like, yeah, this girl's something special.
That
I was
was
trying to
by
get her
far
to
one
come
of
up
my
here
favorites.
today.
What happened? Yeah, I remember you was telling me she was gonna slide.
Yeah, I was trying to get her today, you know what I'm saying, so she can talk about what's going on, because we doing her press run right now, trying to take her everywhere, get everybody familiar with her, different audience, let them know what we got coming. So, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I can't wait for it to release. Like I said, I'm a supporter. I love what Diamond been doing, and when I saw the partnership, I'm like, ooh. I'm like, I know you're gonna keep her right with the visuals, and then just her content as far as like voicing her opinion on things. Oh,
Big fact.
nasty. So December, hey, be looking out December, y'all.
December 12th.
hey, I mean,
Don't say that, because then they're going to mess around and not drop
They gonna make it December 11th.
we got a date. I just can't say the date because they gonna be on me. I work with these women, man. They some of the dopest women. They be on me, man. They be vicious.
Yes, they will.
Vicious, man. Like, man.
You said we was gonna do this.
Vicious. For real.
They be growling.
Now we're not done with the list yet. I don't even know if I don't necessarily know if this is considered a list, but you guys did like what's the word, awards?
Oh, the Buzz Awards.
Correct, the Buzz Awards. How did that come about? Because I actually like the idea. That was a dope idea. So how did that come about?
The Buzz Awards is like, what's the word? Our major music. So the way we distribute our music through What's the Word is through our What's the Buzz. You know what I mean? That's like our music section. You know what I mean? So basically, how it came about, just a quick background story. When I met Jay Prince, he gave me the story about how he signed artists. He talked to his team, like when he signed artists with a buzz. Like, who got that buzz? And it's all the way back from Scarface now. Like, whoever he rocking with a book. My bad, I'm fucking with the mic. So it was like that buzz that stuck in my head, like, who rock buzz. So we came up, my girl Asia helped me come up with What's the Buzz? You know what I mean? So the Buzz Awards, because it goes with music. That's what we doing. So did the Buzz Awards.
And how did you guys come up with the categories? Because you got all types of. It's not just music. You got all types of categories.
We tried to use the 5 elements of hip hop the best way we could. Break it down, because you got to celebrate the culture. And hip hop. I like to say hip hop because we like hip hop. Like pop, hip hop is really the real pop culture.
Mm-hmm.
So
Amen.
so just all around celebrating the culture. And it's just more than just artists. You got producers. You got the cameraman, which has turned into, I feel like cameraman has turned into the sixth element of hip hop, and that's media. You know what I mean? Like dancers, you got all that type of stuff. So graffiti, artwork. You know what I'm saying? Cover art. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to celebrate everybody that's contributing to the culture. Which I think y'all were nominated on this platform. Yeah.
Let's actually speak on that.
Yeah.
We popped out of bottles that day.
I was about to say,
We got real wasted.
Hey, definitely, we greatly appreciate you nominating us, thinking of us, and you put us alongside some dope people. Do you remember? I think it was. I think Ferris. Was it?
I think platform for 2018. I think platform of the year was us. You guys, I want to say Lyrical Lemonade, Power 92, and did GCI get nominated? Did they?
I think you did. I think you did nominate them as well.
Yeah, so you know.
So how did you guys come up with like the nominations?
So what we did was we just really sat down and talked about who all was. I'm picking on my nose. He got the camera. So what we did,
it ain't just radio, bro.
Hey, edit that out. But nah, what we did was we just sat down and we kind of like just talked about who all been doing dope stuff in the city, because it's right now it's Chicago based. Eventually, the buzzwords is gonna be national. That's the dream. But it was like just who's doing dope stuff for the city, like who's putting on.
Continue. Technical issue.
So, and that was it. And it was like, yo, you can't, like, literally, no, and like y'all are dope. Like y'all don't understand how powerful y'all are. Y'all don't understand what y'all do. But you can't really think about Chicago hip hop culture in this new way without mentioning guys like y'all.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of these up and coming artists, they stop here first. A lot of the topics y'all touch on, like, and then I think to me personally, the dopest thing that y'all do is when y'all give some of these rising artists their own headlining show. You know what I mean? And that'd be dope. When I first saw that was like some of the dopest shit ever. Like I saw that, and then how y'all had to build the marketing for the flights and everything. I felt like that was just dope. So I feel like when it comes to the culture, like y'all doing y'all thing.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
I'm happy. You know, I'm happy that you see our hard work over here.
I've been seeing a lot of people trying to steal that too.
Hey, look, I'm the mic off. I need more drink for that.
I think we could toast to a booyah on that.
Hey, look, everybody got that.
I ain't never wanted to talk, but since we talking,
let's talk about it.
Shout out to Lil
Blessing.
Hey,
that's my Toby Lou. Shout out to Toby Lou. My boy Derek.
Big shout out
a lot.
to
They
Toby
gave
Lou.
me this sweater and some Toby Lou merch. Man, he one of the dopest artists coming from Chicago, so I had to come rep.
Yeah, I went to his listening party. I was on ice.
Oh, Toby Lou Ice.
Yeah. I kind of bust my ass out there.
I saw a lot of motherfuckers bust their ass.
I thought I was too cool. I ain't never went ice skating. That was my first time going ice skating.
Welcome.
Don't you want to go again?
Nah, never again. I was always saying I'm gonna take a girl out there. Nah, I can't lose my cool.
Yeah, that shit over.
Okay, but I kind of still got a little question about the nomination. So don't take this the wrong way, because I thought about a lot of ways to ask this question. Okay, so considering you guys put together the awards, how did you guys being nominated for awards come about? Because, hear me out. Mm-hmm. This is the way I kind of feel. I feel like you guys put yourself in a position, like, what's the wrong, like, you walked in and said you still feel like What's the Word isn't where it should be because you have to introduce What's the Word.
Right.
But What's the Word felt like they were, I don't want to say felt like, but you guys were in a position where you could give other people awards. So do you feel like it was almost taken away from the people you were nominating by putting yourself in the category with them, considering that was an award that you were facilitating?
Okay. All right, so
I hope I didn't.
No, you were.
Okay.
That was so that was dope. That's what you think about that. So, y'all familiar with Benzino? He had the Source, right? Mm-hmm. For some reason, this dude used to nominate himself for Artist of the Year when he had the Source Awards, and he was the owner of the Source. So I looked at that like, yo, you could put yourself in that position by you being the owner of it, but the thing is, the thing that took it away from it was that I didn't vote on it.
Okay.
Like we and I might be reaching out to one of you guys. Y'all have a delegate this year, because what we do is I sent it out to like a bunch of media personalities that I knew I had contact with, and they voted.
Okay.
So we didn't. The Word team didn't like literally like we didn't like pick when we just talked about the nominees. The media people, it was media, it was DJs, it was PR reps that we reached out to in the city, people that managed artists, a few artists, they voted.
Okay.
And we just won by a landslide.
Okay.
So that's just what it was. It wasn't like, I won't say a landslide, it was somebody on our ass, I ain't gonna say no name. But yeah, it was like we sent it out to all those people and they voted, you know what I'm saying? So that we came up with it. We was grateful, like, damn, that we won. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Now, see, by you breaking that down, it makes more understanding.
That's the reason why I asked it, just for clarification.
Like, I read it within the article that what you just said was written within the article. Like, we didn't choose this, not to be biased, but this is how it played out. And by you coming in and actually fully breaking it down, now it's a lot more understandable. I want to know, what if you guys didn't put yourself in there as a nominee? And would things have changed? I know things would have changed, but do you feel like putting yourself in there as a nominee actually took the spotlight you guys were presenting away from those that you were trying to present it to?
That's a good question. And I think this go around when we come in 2019, I think we're gonna discuss that. Should we put ourselves as a nominee, or the thing that we've been discussing is that once we get our committee, the committee of media is gonna be the voters are gonna be such smaller than like 21, because we get the whole idea from like NBA sports, like sports they have journalists and people that vote on MVPs and sending awards. So that's how we voted on everything. Like we got people that's in the industry and they vote on things.
I like that.
We might just do the same thing with the committee and just like, y'all just come up with the nominees and stuff like that, who they feel. So we thinking about that. Only issue with that is that getting people from all walks of life on one accord. It's easier to like give you people some names, send them out a form, and they get an input, but opposed to them like telling us for 12 different categories who they think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I'm going to say this. Enough with the list. I'm happy, you broke that down to the public, because I know personally I received texts, inboxes like, bro, how y'all get nominated, but they created an award but won. So, we just wanted to just talk about it and see how did you guys put that together. Now, I want to transition things to 2020 media. Where do you see media in 2020, as far as like the platforms growing? What do you see in the future of media
in the city of Chicago, or just general?
I want to outside of, let's put both of them, because I was gonna say broad and think outside the box, but yeah.
So I'm a strong advocate for Chicago media, because like I said, we a consumer market. They don't really like. I work in radio. I'm a manager at the radio station, so. So
that drink hidden.
It's definitely hidden.
Booyah.
That's what booyah. But I noticed how how artists treat when they do their press run. They go like to LA and they go to New York, but like Chicago, it's like I come do my show, but I ain't really trying to do no media. Because ain't no need. In their head, it ain't no need. You know what I'm saying? People in Chicago gonna buy it regardless. You know what I mean?
We the third biggest market, so.
But we don't look at ourselves like that, though. You know what I mean? Chicago people, like, I say it all the time, like, All-Star Weekend, y'all really gonna see it. Like, that's why I don't even really want to indulge on All-Star Weekend, because me personally, it's like, I'm not starstruck by nobody. I treat every man, every woman the same, you know what I'm saying? But if you pay attention, and I pay attention to everything. Chicago artists, celebrities, they'll post a picture with somebody, so thirsty to get a picture with an artist or something like that, post it on their page, but you look on this artist page, he ain't post a picture with your ass.
Big, yeah.
Facts.
Yep.
Because you walking up to him like a fan, you walking into the game like you ain't playing the game with them. And that's how I view media. And I don't think Chicago media view themselves like they're playing a game with LA and New York. I feel like they view themselves. We view ourselves, because we all the one media community. I feel like we view ourselves as like so just happy to be here. If I get an interview with such and such, you know what I mean, I'm so happy to be here. Like if an artist like wanted to interview with me, I'm not gonna be happy. I'm grateful that you want to do it, but it's like, I'm not gonna be. I'm so happy he did this. It's like, no, I deserve this. You know what I'm saying? I work for this. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I like that.
So I think media Chicago media don't do that. And also, I don't think Chicago media understand the proper business behind media. You know what I mean? I think it's too many, and that's why the whole thing with the partnership with Diamond Doses came about, because I don't feel like as a market we're not strong enough to have all these lingering blogs and different things just lingering around. You have to partner. You know what I'm saying? You know, like,
you got the right fucking idea. And I'm so happy you said this.
like,
I'm sorry. That just made me so happy.
Like, it's too many creatives out here that's, I'm gonna start my own. Only reason why I started was the word, because when I came home to the city, I couldn't have, like, my mom got sick, so I couldn't move to LA to follow my dream. You know what I'm saying? Fresh out of college. So it was like, I have to create something, but it's like, there's nothing that like this in the city. There's no, New York got all the fucking double XL, the fader, all that shit, complex, all that shit is in New York, all right next door. In Chicago, you only got fucking WGCI and Power 92 for the longest. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Where the fuck I'm gonna work? Drew wasn't really doing. Drew, Facial Drive was just. He didn't take it to the level where, if he wanted it to, Facial Drive would be like a Lyrical Lemonade type shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It'll be a complex for real. You know what I'm saying?
That was Chicago's complex.
For a long time.
Because think about it, it wasn't just about blogging with him. It was A&R. He had label contacts.
He did everything but interviews. If Drew would have sat down and really started interviewing these artists, like, no jumping and all that shit, Drew would have been that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, Drew would be on a whole nother level. Mm-hmm. But you know what I'm saying? That's not taking away from him. That's probably just one of his dreams. But it wasn't nothing like that for a creative like me to do. So that's why I started this. But if it was something like that, like if Drew's got that going on and he looking for interns and he's on his Vlad stuff and like that, I would have applied to work with him. Like, man, and if he would have turned out to have been a cool dude and let me do what I can do, yeah, bro, I don't want to be, like, being a CEO is hard. I don't want that. Like, tell it. That is hard. Hey, let them know, bro. People don't understand, like, starting brands is hard. Starting these media, like, this is hard. Like, you can quit.
Ain't no
like,
sleep.
You can quit. Like, your cameraman right here, you know what I'm saying? He can quit.
He can easily, man, I'm done with this shit.
Hey, y'all gotta get that off. But if y'all started this, y'all can't quit.
Right.
No.
You can't, because you started it. It's just what you taught. You found it. You're a CEO. Like, you can't quit. Or you're going to be looking like, what happened to you quit? So I have to keep doing this every day. When I didn't have any funds, you know what I'm saying?
Like, you got to keep that energy.
You got to keep it going. So, like, all these small blogs, like, like, if you're a creative, like what Joe Budden is doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, Revolt, see what he's doing, okay? Like, you can be an executive producer under Revolt. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's what I want to do. What's the word? Like, let's partner up. Like, I know the ins and outs of the business. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is focus on creating. We going to help you out the business, and we going to get it cracking and make our market stronger, because now your views and your audience coming over here, my coming over here, is like all this content coming to one. That's all Complex did. You know what I mean?
That's exactly what they did. They bought out a lot of blogs, made them their partner, gave them advertising dollars, and boom, you got Complex with a bunch of known blogs under them that powers them. So,
and you just powering it, and it's like you ain't in competition, because we all one family. And even with the competition thing, like, don't get me wrong, like, I tell my team, we look at ourselves as creative athletes. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the term, we're a creative athlete, because I approach the game like I think I'm Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
You're a hooper, huh?
Yeah, I played basketball was my first love. So it's like, I need one thing about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan always won the competition because he needed competition to be better. So I need Power 92 to be dope. I need WGCI to be dope. I love what Chell them doing with Straight Job. I need iLLANOiZE to be on top of it. I need y'all branding, what y'all doing. I need that shit to be dope. Because when I'm looking at that shit, I got to be like, I can't come half-assed if they coming like that. You know what I'm saying?
So make it fun, too.
Yeah, it makes it fun.
Like, I seen that shit, I did, like, all right, now look what I'm finna come with. And you say, I see what y'all doing, finna step my shit up. And then it's like, we all family. But you got to have that competition. But I don't need, and when you doing shit like that, it's because y'all strong. If you got all these small motherfuckers that's really just doing it to say they doing it, it's not taking it nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we need to boost it up. Like, all them, why y'all don't come work with iLLANOiZE and see if y'all could do something with them? You know what I'm saying? Why y'all don't go work with, you know what I'm saying, what's the word, partner with them? Like, build these companies, these brands that's already, as y'all see, branded right. Y'all intro tags be right. Y'all branded be right. Like, everything be right. You know what I'm saying? Why is we going to try to start from ground zero and these people are already doing it?
So what do you, Cody Mack, feel can help grow the media in Chicago. What should media in Chicago do to be better as far as like, you know, growing together, partnering? What should we do, you know, here in the city? What's needed?
Just have more humility. You know what I mean? Just have more humility to understand like you ain't really did nothing. You know what I'm saying? And if you could name everything you did, I mean you ain't done enough. So.
Bars. Had to hit them with the walls.
When you edit that, can you put the bombs?
I got you.
Something.
Like,
Pieces on that. Okay?
I know you probably gotta go into another music, but it's not.
I mean, actually, we about to pretty much end things out. I mean, I want you to let the world know something that you. How can I say this? What's something you would like for the world to know from you? So they can get to know you better as a person.
To get to know me better as a person.
Yeah.
Man, I don't even really. Man, I really don't even. I don't know about if it's me because I don't really think me as I'm important to know things about me. But I want y'all. I just want the world to know things about themselves, and I just want, especially for like, I'm speaking for urban. Well, you want to say black because I don't like the word urban, but I'm gonna say black people, black culture, Chicago, because I feel Chicago. Value ourselves, man. Women value yourself. Kings, like men, value ourselves. You know what I mean? Like value our city, value our food, value our culture, value our music. Like people want to be like us. People love us. You know what I'm saying? Value it, support it. You know what I mean? And once y'all start doing that and start valuing what we got here, like shit gonna turn up, cause shit is already turning up.
Yeah.
People value. Like I had my homeboy from Florida was just telling me like, man, Chicago, y'all different. Like y'all different. Like y'all the only city where Chicago people only play Chicago people. Like,
we getting there.
No, literally, like my little homies, like, cause I do a lot of studying. I got my degree in marketing, so I do research and studying. That's how I come up with everything. Like my little homies, like I be chilling with them, and they like 21. Then my little cousin 17, 16.
They just play Chicago.
They play Chicago
They just play
music.
Chicago
They don't play
music.
nothing else.
They don't.
But picture if we could get that in the clubs.
Yeah.
They don't go to clubs. It's kickback.
Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah.
Because it's too dangerous to go to clubs.
You gotta think about it though. It's the streaming era.
Right,
Yeah.
so you just plug up.
I don't give a fuck about the DJs spending. That's why DJs be so mad and pressing that. Because it's like the shorties get on their iPhone and do that little shit all day. You know what I'm saying? And that shit be going up.
But you gotta let them do that though in the club.
I gotta ask you this though. I gotta ask you this because you work at a station, so you know the ins and outs. How can we get more Chicago played on? You know, well, like I'm not gonna say how. What would be the best way to get more Chicago music played on stations?
Okay, so when it comes to radio, you gotta understand a few things. Every song you make is not a radio record. So radio record, things that's trend, things that's repetitive, things that if I'm driving in the car, the kids in the back gonna like, and the driver gonna like. The driver not gonna make you turn. You know what I'm saying? So everything you make is not a radio record. So that's for one. And Chicago artists, to be honest with you,
Don't make a lot of radio.
don't make radio records. Either they coming with bars or they're coming with a lot of violence. And I travel a lot. Chicago artists don't get played. Y'all think we don't play the music here on radio. They don't play that in LA and New York on the radios or in the clubs. When I go to LA, only person from Chicago that you gonna hear getting played is Jeremiah.
I said that, didn't I?
I said that the only person.
That's why we gave Brothers Roses a couple of
You
episodes.
not hearing the rest of them on them different. G Herbo Swervo was probably one of the first records to break through. You know what I mean? They was playing them on the East Coast. He got a little love on the West Coast, but you got to think about the record. Swervo, it's catchy. Swervo, Finito ain't really get a lot of DJ playing. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't a radio record. Cowboy with Envy Me was a radio record. Lucid Dreams,
definitely.
Lucid Dreams was a radio.
Definitely.
Lucid Dreams was the top 40 record. You know what I'm saying? So, but a lot of these artists that's coming with music, they're not making radio songs. So it's like radio don't play my hits. Like, no, G, you're not like, prime example, Dave East, he just dropped a dope album. Ain't not one song on that radio record.
Yeah.
That goes back to Wax speaking on Nip about having a radio
record. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. We was just talking about that.
Hey, that's why I asked you, my brother. You know, you got the behind the scenes insight on things, and artists need to know that.
They be shout out to my boy High Rod, shout out to Nathan, shout out to Ferris. Like they be supporting the mixes and stuff like that, but like you mean that don't. Niggas don't make radio. Like Heavy Steppers is not gonna get played in rotation on radio.
That's my song though.
I like it though.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, that's not no radio record. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let the people know where they can follow you, get in tune with you. Again, let people know upcoming originals, what's the word, have coming, and things of that nature.
Look, people out there in TV land.
He wanted to say that. He been waiting to say that.
I don't know if y'all ever saw that movie with Eddie Murphy. He's I Spot. What dude? But yeah, I'm tweaking. All right, look, TV land people, fans, y'all on that camera. Diamond Doses podcast coming soon. Follow What's the Word TV on all platforms. We got a lot of dope content for y'all. 2020, we finna turn up. Like, we really finna try to take over. Hopefully, you see a lot of more collabs with a lot of dope brands. But stay in tune. And I don't have nothing cool to say.
Deuces.